Hello and welcome back, everyone. It's good to have you with us. Today, we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday, and we're going to do a review of everything. Every day, we're going to add on just a little bit more to stretch your brain in all your learning. Okay? So if you remember yesterday, we talked about numbers up to the thousands place. I would like you to get your marker or your pencil and write this number. Are you ready? 8,963. Write that number in standard form. 8,963. 8,000. Remember, when we say thousand, we put that comma. 963. Remember, this is standard form. Standard form means that you just write the number. Now I'd like you to write it in expanded form. In expanded form, we write out everything we say. 8,000 plus 900 plus 60 plus 3. Nice job. Now this was a review from yesterday. Today, we're going to practice writing numbers up to the thousands place value, but they're not going to have numbers in all of the place values. Let me give you an example. This number here. Can you read this number? We say 2,900. There are no numbers in the tens place or no numbers in the ones place. Just 2,900. When we write that in expanded form, it will be a little bit shorter because the only thing we have to write is 2,000 plus 900. You can put plus 0 plus 0. It's not wrong, but on anything that's a worksheet or anything in a book, they're not going to show that. They're just going to show this right here. Okay? Let's try one of those. I'm going to read the number, and you write it. Are you ready? I'd like you to write it in standard form and expanded form. Here we go. 4,800. 4,800. On your board or on your paper, write 4,800 in standard form and expanded form. And then check your answer as I write it. 4,800. I can't just write that because that's 48. I can't just write that because that's 480. I need to show 4,800 because after this thousands place value, there has to be 3 place values. The hundreds, the tens, so now that you've written 4,800, can you write it in expanded form? 4,000 plus 800. That's it. Nice job. Now we're going to try 2 more, but we're going to add on another place value. So here's your next number. Write this number in standard form and expanded form. 3,250. 3,250. Write that in standard and expanded form. 3,250. 3,250. Now sometimes someone might make a mistake and put 3,205. The difference between these, this says 50, this says 5. You don't want to write it like this. You want to make sure that you have that 50. And then write it in expanded form. 3,000 plus 200 plus 50. Nice job. We're going to do one more. Are you ready? Write this in standard form and expanded form. 5,760. 5,760. 5,760. In expanded form, check your answer. Nice job. Now we're going to move on. Do you guys remember the two sets of math facts we were working on yesterday? We were working on our 5s and our 2s. Right now, I'd like you to go ahead and write out your 5s up to 60. I'm going to set my alarm. You have 1 minute to finish that. Go. You're writing out your 5s all the way to 60. You have about 30 seconds. Nice job. Check your answer against mine, and we're going to count it all together. Are you ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. We're going to do that one more time, but this time I'd like you to say it out loud too, because what we're trying to get your brain to do is to remember all of this. And if you see it and write it, say it and hear it, your brain will remember it more. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. The next thing I'd like you to do is write out your 2s from 2 to 24. I'm going to give you a minute to do this. You ready? On your mark, get set, go. You have about 30 seconds. Nice job, everybody. Check your answer against mine. Now we're going to count it out loud together. Remember, we're practicing these out loud. If we say it and write it, hear it and say it, our brain will remember the information better. And that way we can do our multiplication and division with a lot more ease because we're going to know all of our facts. Here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Let's do that one more time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Nice job. Go ahead and today we're going to practice our 2-digit times 1-digit again. Okay? So your very first problem is going to be 48. We're going to do 48 times 2. Now I'm going to walk through this first one and then we'll do 2 more after this. Remember, you want to draw a box, and in that box you're going to split it in half. And you do that because there are 2 digits in 48. We're going to write 48 in expanded form. 40 plus 8. And we're going to put our 2 down here, and then we're going to start multiplying. In this box, we're going to multiply 2 and 40. 2 times 4. Let's count. I'm going to do the little tally mark, counting by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to put my 8 here, and I have to remember to bring that 0 down because 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 40 is 80. Nice job. Now this next one we're going to do 2 times 8 for this box. We're going to go straight up for 8 and all the way over for 2. And I'm going to do my tallies outside, counting by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Nice job. Now at the very end, we're going to add these 2 numbers. When we add them, make sure you line them up. 80 plus 16. And I'm going to add them. 0 plus 6 is 6. I'm going to circle my big number. 8, 9. My answer is 96. Nice job. I am going to leave this up here while I give you your next problem. Make sure that as you add them, you're lining up your numbers properly. Okay? I'm going to circle 5, 6, 7, 8. My answer is 180. I'm going to write down the problem and you go ahead and solve it. 95 times 2. I'm going to go ahead and set my alarm. You have 2 minutes to solve this. With a minute left, I will start to answer it. Don't forget to make your 2 boxes, to write 95 in expanded form. Then start to multiply by 2 in the first box. Multiply by 2 in the second box, and then add those 2 numbers. See if you can get the correct answer, because our goal is for you to be able to do this independently. Independently means that you can do it all on your own, that you don't need any help. I'm writing it in expanded form. Times 2. 2 times 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. If you already knew 2 times 9 is 18, you do not have to do the tally system. This is for people who don't have their math facts memorized. I don't have mine memorized, so I use this to help me. Don't forget to add the 0 down here, because 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 90 is 180. Now we're going to do 2 times 5. You can count this in 2 ways, because you know your 2s and you know your 5s. You could do 5, 10, or 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Either way is fine. Time is up. you should be about finished with your problem. And you add 180 plus 10. We're going to add that up, 0, circle my big number, 8, 9. 190 is my answer. Nice job, everybody. The very last thing we're going to do is practice naming our fractions. Today we're going to learn some new vocabulary. Okay? If you remember yesterday, a fraction tells you the part. It tells you the part of a whole. And there is special math vocabulary for that. The two words we're going to learn today are numerator and denominator. Everyone say numerator, numerator. Everyone say denominator, denominator. So, the numerator and the denominator are just the fancy names for the top and the bottom of a fraction. So, if you remember this from yesterday, I am going to draw a rectangle. This rectangle is going to have 3 pieces, and I get to eat this piece right here. To write this fraction, I need to count how many are shaded. I get to eat 1 piece. So the top, or the part of our fraction, is 1. The bottom number is always the total number in the whole. This whole thing is the candy bar, and we broke it up into 3 pieces. So I get to have 1 out of 3 pieces. This number here, the 1, is the part. We call that the numerator. The numerator is the part of the fraction. The number on the bottom, 3, is the whole. We call that the denominator because there are 3 pieces in this whole candy bar. So 1/3, 1 is the part, which is also called the numerator. And then the bottom, which is the whole, is called the denominator. I'm going to clear my board, and I'm going to give you another example. This is a whole group of students. This student is a boy. This student is a girl. This student is a boy. This student is a boy. This student is a girl. Can you write the fraction for the girls in this group? What would be the fraction for the girls in this group? First, I'm going to count the number of girls. I have 1, 2 girls. So my numerator, my part, is 2. Now, this is a whole group. I have to count everybody in it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My denominator, or the whole, is 5. Sometimes people might write 2 because there's 2 girls, but they might write 3 because there's 3 boys. Remember, this is not what's left over. This is the whole thing. So we want the number 5 on the bottom because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Nice job. So remember, the top of a fraction is the numerator. The bottom is the denominator. That's all we have for today. Keep practicing with all of our extra practice. Have a good day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.